objectively attractive. It's like, I don't know what to do with you guys. I know I look a little weird. I know I look like if Spinelli from Recess did amateur porn. I know it's very off-putting. This is such a cool spot. I love doing shows in weird spaces. I'm doing a show on 420 at a skateboarding park, so I'm cooler than you. But I've done shows there before, and the first time I went there, they took me to an office, and they were like, "Ma'am, you have to sign a waiver in case a skateboard falls on you while you're performing and you pass out." I was like, "Sir, I perform 2 times a week in a basement swingers bar in Florida. I have all of the cancers. Like, I don't know what you think a skateboard is going to do with me." A little bit about me. I've been doing stand-up about 2.5, 3 years now. And when I first started doing stand-up, for some reason, I kind of equated it to getting a tattoo. Like, it's more casual the more times you do it, and it's kind of addicting. However, as I've learned over the past 2.5 years, it's actually a lot more like doing anal. Every time's a surprise. And you never know which time you're going to shit yourself. But they're both kind of addicting. I like to treat balls the same way you're supposed to treat service animals. Meaning I like to completely ignore the fact that they're there. until I'm given permission from the owner that I'm allowed to pet them. I get annoyed a lot of the times because people tell me I look a lot like Alanis Morissette. More people do not to know. And it's kind of ironic. But it bothers me because I feel like anytime anyone says I look like Alanis Morissette, all they're basically telling me is you're a woman with long dark hair, harsh facial features, and you look kind of sad all the time for no reason. However, I don't have a hit song about going down on Uncle Joey in a movie theater. However, I am coming out with a song this year about giving the dad and Frasier a hand job in the bowling alley. I'm very excited for it. I do talk about like sex and stuff a lot during my set, and I'll have like weird guys come up to me after shows and be like, "Oh, so you're like a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm actually a lot more of like a Garth Brooks in the streets and a Chris Gaines in the sheets kind of girl myself." Who in here knows the whole like Garth Brooks Chris Gaines saga? Okay, for those of you who don't, in the 90s, country superstar Garth Brooks like woke up one day and put on some leather print pants and grew a tee and was like, "I'm a rock star now." And released an album. It was a good album, but we just kind of like went with it, and I'm such a pop culture nerd that it pisses me off that we don't have like a social equivalent to that nowadays. Like the closest we could get is if we woke up tomorrow and like Cardi B was a saxophone player for Real Big Fish. But we just pretended to not know for a while. Like she'd walk on stage every night with like checker print Fashion Nova pants and fedora. And then 3 months later it was like, "Surprise guys, it's me, Cardi." I'm like, "Yeah, Cardi, we know. You kept calling the saxophone your pussy horn the entire time." By the way, I was in Vegas a while ago, and there was a sign out for like a concert that was like a soul band, and it was just like a bunch of white guys with horns, and I was like, "Sir, that's a ska band. That's not a soul band. Get it right." I've lost 70 pounds this year. Thank you guys for clapping for my depression and Adderall addiction. Appreciate that. No, but it's weird. It put me through like a weird state of depression, and I was going for everything. And I went out with one of my best friends, and we're getting together, and we finally went out. We got dinner together. I was finally starting to feel better about myself, and we're walking around downtown Pensacola, and we ran into one of my other friends who hadn't seen me since I lost any of this weight, and she was like, "Oh my God, Carol, you look so good. What kind of drugs do you have?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any." And she was like, I'm sorry, that's so stupid of me to say. It's just that like, your teeth are so fucked up. I thought you might might be on meth or something. It really upset me, obviously. But like, I'm an adult woman, so I spent the next, like, I just tried to get over it really fast, and I spent the next like 30 minutes walking around downtown Pensacola just trying to get over it. And I texted the guy from Publix that told me I was pretty like 6 years ago. He was like, man, I'm married, I have kids now, please leave me alone. But I was just pacing downtown Pensacola with my best friend, like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand this. Like, the only thing my ex-boyfriend ever told me is that he liked my teeth. And yeah, he was on meth at the time. Like, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I do enjoy dating a lot. For me, dating is like an extreme sport like bowling. But I'm terrible at it. And I had this really beautiful, intimate moment with this guy, and we were making out on his couch together, and in the middle of us making out, he just stopped, and he looked at me in the eyes, and he grabs my face, and he just says, I think you're a little autistic. But you're kind of hot. So no one ever said anything to you. And so later that night when we were having sex, he like unbuttoned and zipped down his pants, and like right here, like right on his fupa, he had the words "thank you" tattooed. But it was like a 56-point font size, and in like an old English text, like he had a quote from the Canterbury Tales tattooed right above it. It's actually not the worst thing a man has ever said to me after sleeping with me. I actually give that award to the time a guy just fist bumped me afterwards. And then said, congratulations, you take it like a G. Which is not something you say to a lady after sleeping with her. That's something Omar Little says in a Bad The Wire fan fiction. It's actually not all bad though. I like to bitch a lot about it, like I complain a lot, but I did recently have a guy say like the sexiest thing a man has ever said to me after sleeping with me. It was like our second or third date, and he had seen me perform for the first time, and I got off stage and he was like, oh my God, I don't know how you do what you do, like I'm just not that funny. And it was this really tall, beautiful white guy. And I don't know if you guys know how hard it is for some tall white guy to admit he's not that funny. That's just fucking impossible. Like, I still have to laugh at guys saying shake and bake. And it's 2020. I actually had 2 New Year's resolutions. The first one was to not have sex in twin beds anymore. And I failed. The second one was to just stop pretending like I watched Trailer Park Boys. Like I'm not putting myself through that anymore. I'm just not. I do live with my ex-boyfriend. I just like to look everyone in the eye when I say that. And just feel the awkwardness. It's actually not that bad. Living with your ex is a lot like your grandparents living together. Like there hasn't been any sex in that house since Iran-Contra in the 90s. We just talk about like the mortgage, and then we go in separate bedrooms and watch hour-long USA Network dramas. And that's our entire existence together. But it was his birthday recently, and I had to buy him a birthday present, and I learned very quickly that Hallmark actually doesn't make cards that say happy birthday to the guy who decided he didn't want to go down on me anymore, but I'd still make a pretty cool roommate. And it actually gave me a great idea, because I know a couple people my age that are in like similar situations or weird situations, like relationship-wise, and I want to start a business that's like presents and cards for weird relationships, like a wedding present from that couple from Tinder you had sex with. Or a divorce present from that couple from Tinder you had sex with. Or like a Christmas hard from that guy from Tinder you almost had sex with. He has a porn addiction and couldn't get hard, and you didn't have any blue chews on, so then you just stayed up all night talking about your lives together. Now you have a really deep emotional connection, even though you're not dating. That one might be a little too personal. I don't know if that one will actually sell or not. I do. My name is Carol. I hate my name. My name gets used ironically as a white, angry lady name. I'm kind of not okay with it. But there is something that did make me feel very comfortable with my name growing up, and gave me a lot of like sexual assurance, and that is a movie As Good as It Gets. Yeah. Okay, it stars, to give you context, it stars Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, Cuba Gooding Jr., all-star cast, right? It's amazing. You've seen it. It's an amazing movie. And so my mom would make me watch this movie over and over and over again. And Helen Hunt's character in that movie is a romantic lead. Her name is Carol. I finally get to be a romantic lead, and I am played by another fellow handsome woman, Helen Hunt. It's just me, her, and Laura Dern. And Laura Dern just had her year, so I'm hoping it's mine next year. Really hoping. I'm gonna get there eventually. But there's a scene in the movie where Greg Kinnear's character, he's an artist, and he breaks his arm, so he can't create art anymore, and he's really depressed. He doesn't know how to live his life anymore. And there's a scene in the movie where he watches Helen Hunt's character in the movie draw a bath. And in the movie, she's draping the towel down her neck, and he gets inspired by the objective beauty of a woman, like the curve of her neck and the spine of her back. And my mom would look at me and be like, this is the definition of human sexuality. This is all you need to know. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. I'm not allowed to make mac and cheese yet. But thank you for explaining to me the weird nuances of human sexuality and the complicated attraction of Greg Kinnear. Thank you guys very much. My name is Carol Rivers. You guys have a great night.